Hi, I'm Amir from TechTree.com and here's the review of the product that a lot of you guys have requested for, the Xolo T1000 or commonly known as the Xolo Play. Now, when smartphones were originally out, they were supposed to be business phones, but this one is for the gamers. Some of you may be already aware that this phone is built around the NVIDIA's Tegra 3 chip. Now, NVIDIA is a name that's synonymous with gaming in the PC world, and with the Tegra chips, they are trying to move the gaming bit to the mobile segment as well. Now, a good gaming device requires good amount of processing power and more importantly, a good graphics processor or what we call a GPU. Now, this phone comes with a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor and a 12-core GPU. That should take care of your gaming. Along with that, you have 1 GB of RAM and 4 GB of internal storage and a micro SD card to expand it further. Now, along with the quad-core processor that I mentioned, there is also a fifth processor that tends to your battery life. More importantly, when you're not gaming, that processor takes over and it runs in the low voltage mode so as to save battery. Before we move on to the performance, let's look at the device itself. And to begin with, the phone is quite sturdy and very good to hold. The front has edge-to-edge glass which looks quite good, and there is a slight metallic rim along the edges, and at the back you have a soft touch matte finish which, as I said, helps you with the grip. All in all, the design is quite elegant and sturdy. On the software front, the Xolo Play comes with Android Jelly Bean 4.1 out of the box, and there is no news yet whether it will be updated to 4.2. But anyway, the 4.1 version runs pretty smooth on this device with the odd hiccup, but nothing much to complain about. Also, Xolo have thrown in a couple of their own apps which is quite common with Xolo phones, but other than that they have made no real changes to the UI. So if you've used any Android device before, this is as good as the stock Android ROM that you get on a Nexus device perhaps. The phone also comes with an 8 megapixel camera with autofocus and LED flash. Now they put this nice little metal ring around the camera which I personally like, which adds to the elegance of this device. But now let's just talk straight about the camera performance, which is above average. The camera is not so spectacular, rather the image quality is not so spectacular, but does a good job in well-lit conditions. As the lighting drops, the performance of the camera drops as well. Though this one is said to come with a BSI sensor, it doesn't really perform in low light conditions that well. The Xolo Play comes with a 4.7-inch HD display with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels, and it's quite sharp. It may not be the sharpest display I've ever come across, but I have nothing much to complain about, and more importantly, given the fact that the sunlight legibility is also quite good. The only thing that Xolo has missed out on is a protective glass. This one does not come with a Gorilla Glass or a Dragon Tail glass or anything that prevents the display from scratches, but as of now, I haven't managed to put too many scratches on it, so things are fine. Now let's move straight to the USP of this device, which is gaming. Having said that, let me quickly add that though I call this a gaming phone, it does not mean that it cannot perform other tasks well. In fact, the phone is good enough to run any app that you may install on this device. As far as gaming goes, we tried running the usual casual games like Temple Run 2 on this device, and they work perfectly fine. Also, the screen is quite responsive and the viewing angles are good, which adds to the gaming experience on this device. Other than that, we also ran some heavy games like Real Racing 3 and Dead Trigger, and they too work perfectly fine. In fact, a game like Dead Trigger has got a lot of elements, lot of effects like the smoke effects, which are clearly visible on this device, which are generally not visible on some other phones that do not have a good GPU. So on the gaming front, this one perfectly clicks. To keep this device running, it comes with a 2000 mAh battery, and under standard usage with a little bit of gaming and your usual chatting and phone calls and surfing the net, it does last you for just over a day. Now that is something I would term as average battery life, but don't expect it to last for a full day if you're gaming on it for hours together. The connectivity options on this device are pretty standard. You have your 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, micro USB and the works, and more importantly, this is a single SIM phone. Now for people who do not like dual SIM phones, and me for one, I don't, this is a good option to have and perhaps a first from domestic manufacturers. And lastly, the price, and thankfully it's not a deal breaker here. The Xolo Play is available for 16,000 rupees, and at that price, given its performance and the features, it's a very good buy. However, if you're not a gamer, you might want to save around 2 to 3,000 rupees and go for the Zolo Q1000 instead, which basically offers similar hardware, just that it's not as capable a gamer as this one. So after having weighed all its pros and cons and after having played a lot of games on this one, we would comfortably rate it at 4 out of 5 stars. So that's it for the Zolo Play, but there have been a lot of new launches this month, and to keep up with all of those and other tech related stuff, keep watching this space, or even better, subscribe to our channel.